A very warm good evening. It's Sunday, September the 8th, 2024. This is Arun Chaudhary. You're live on my YouTube channel, arunfoot. And welcome you all who are listening now live or maybe listening later deferred. As always, to start off with, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, let's try and grow the community of people who are following this channel. At the moment, 1,614 subscribers. So thank you, as always, from my side to all of you. And yeah, let's see how many likes we can gather on today's show. Yesterday we had 36, the day before 38. So therefore, let's try and keep on growing the community. Hi, Blue. Welcome back. And yeah, a few things to talk about. What happened, has happened, is happening. Of course, tomorrow India take on Syria in the third and final game of the Intercontinental Cup in Hyderabad, which is also the decider. Whoever wins the game wins the tournament, or if it's a draw, then Syria wins the tournament. So that's the situation in that one. Forza Kochi face Malappuram FC in the first ever game of the Super League. Kerala at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Kochi, and Malappuram FC won 2-0. And as you might be able to see in this picture, two former national team players of India as captains, Anasir Adhodika on one side for Malappuram FC and Shubhashish Roy Chaudhary on the other side for Forza Kochi. And yeah, those are the things. I've started my CDs on the reviews, previews on the ISL and their teams. Yesterday I did something on Mohun Bagan Supergiant. Today I did something on Mumbai City FC. So if you haven't seen it, do also watch that as well. And tomorrow I'll be doing something on FC Goa as the next club. Manolo Marquez, hello, welcome back to you as well. And yeah, throw me your questions, throw me the things that you would like to know. But again, as I said, also you can watch some of the older stuff. Did a preview on the Super League Kerala, which is now got quite a number of views, over 500. So yeah, people have watched it. India versus Mauritius, my take on that game, or disappointment as I called it. Hyderabad's takeover, Northeast United winning the Durand Cup last week as well, or 10 years of Mumbai City. So a lot of stuff that I've done over the last few days that I've done. Ranjan Chaudhary, welcome back as well. You're playing 11 for tomorrow. Also, I want to see fight, passion, hunger, no matter result. If I don't see that, then no use of supporting this team. Manolo, I think you've mentioned what I fully agree with you with that. I wanted to see fight, passion, and the hunger of the team wanting to play and wanting to win. I'm a little disturbed, and I want to get 1 second. Let me get that quote from Manolo from today. Manolo said, 1 second, let me tell you what he said. And I was a little worried. I don't know how you guys are feeling on that, but I felt a little 1 second, where is this pre-match press conference? Where was the quote in the AIFF press release? Manolo said, and I quote, "If you ask me, I prefer to play a good game than to win the tournament. I don't want to win it 1-0 scoring with the hand. I want that in that moment the team understands our ideas and we play better, because finally it's not about winning or losing. You need to arrive at a style of play, and that's what we are focusing on. Obviously, when you win, the confidence grows, and then it's easier. But finally now it's about that we believe that we can compete against all the teams. When you have time to work, the possibility of success are more." I was actually shocked at the at the thing about the style of play. And to me, I just want to see passion and fight. Even if we play terribly, but at least we're fighting. I would be happy with it at the moment because my standards are gone really, really low with the Indian national team, I have to say. So Manolo really wanting a style of play and all that stuff. I don't know if he's gone, or is he going down a path which is going to lead us nowhere. That would be my concern. I hope he turns it out and turns around and finds the right curve. Otherwise, we have a problem. So therefore, let's wait and see what he says. But yeah, SLK game was shit worse than I-League. Also, Malappuram fans were there, but not as many Kochi fans. I expected better quality, to be honest. Blue, I just saw the highlights. Again, it's a local league. Do you expect a local league to be better than the I-League? And again, you see players who are playing. Some of them have not played for a certain period of time. So yeah. I got my compensation of 3.36 crore. Yeah, 400,000. Again, yeah, it's a lot of money, but AIFF is not paying the full money to Eagles too much. So yeah, I would have tried to get less, but again, that's the AIFF these days. Good evening, Ginger Alien. I'm fine. Hope you're going good. Yeah. Thank you for sharing all the knowledge you have and the real facts about Indian football. Ranjan, I'm Aaron Chaudhary. I am trying to do my little bit, trying to educate people if I can with what I feel is right or what is wrong. Might not be always easy because people have certain expectations of things. But to me, to be honest, I think has been always very, very important. Honesty is one of the most important things in life in generally, but also when it comes to football. So let's, I'll try and thank you very much for your compliment. It means a lot. Jay Gupta came in press, so he will surely not play tomorrow. Looks like it. Right now, we just want results no matter the gameplay, right? Agree? Yeah. Yeah, Manolo. That's something. That's something that I want. So any comment on Bangalore FC and Ranjit United FC MMU? Gabriel, it's good. It's easy because Darren Caldera and Eugene Lindo have done it, two former teammates at BFC. So let's see if there is something that comes out of it in the coming years. We don't have any style of play. I think that's something that if I was there, I think I would have asked Manolo that could you please define what is style of play from an Indian perspective? Because again, that's something, so therefore for me, yeah, that's something. Let's see where we go. Manolo was giving excuses when he said Syria has 10 players from Europe much better than us. What is the point of saying this? Yeah, that's one. And then I'll add to Manolo gave excuse like we are in preseason and last he says, I don't want to give an excuse, not easy to understand him. The point to me is very simple. If you're in preseason, the others are in preseason mostly as well. Yes, some of them have had a few games, but again, 2-3 matches down the road, you're still in preseason. Not in preseason, you are in season, but you're not at your full level. That the Syrians have players from Europe, Blue, to me, we knew that from Europe and South America. But we are getting into that mold, which I was very worried about Manolo, that Manolo might be trying to sort of, be realistic, be pragmatic, as you say. Manolo needs to be pragmatic. I'm here to see Stephen or Habastar park the bus. Yeah, and that's where we need to be realistic. Just give us results, gameplay is secondary. Yeah. So therefore, that's something which is there. And if you ask me, I will do a short video on that tonight itself on what I feel, what's right about us playing Syria. My wish would be, again, heart versus mind. My heart would say a 1-0 or 2-1 would be great, but I would say realistically we're going to lose by 2-3 goals. So therefore, let's see where we go with this. I recently searched something suicidal and YouTube is showing me policy bazaar ads where the husband has died and his wife is struggling. Okay, Aram, first of all, if you have suicidal thoughts, contact us. Try and speak to someone you trust. Speak to someone who you might think might be able to help you. And in the worst case, go to someone who's a psychologist who might be able to help you. Because yeah, with these kind of things, I think nothing should be no one should be making jokes. Your prediction for tomorrow against Syria, as I said, I would love us to win 1-0 or 2-1. Again, that's the heart speaking, but the head is saying 2-0 or 3-0 loss. Manolo Marquez also says 2-0 for Syria. Earlier, as I said, Manolo is equals to Stimaj and no coach gonna take the reality of national team very seriously, I feel. Guillermo Herrera, I think, you know, the yes, Manolo is more realistic than Stimaj, but Manolo also speaks his mind, and maybe, I'm not. Someone needs to in the AIFF speak to him and say, Manolo, speak your mind, but the one on the other thing maybe don't say. Just keep it to yourself. Might be wiser, but yeah, who is going to tell him that in the AIFF? All is not well in Manipur, sir. Yeah, Jen Julian, I think. Yeah, the Manipur situation has been an ongoing problem since last year in May, and hopefully the government at some stage wakes up to that reality and takes steps to sort this out, this ethnic conflict or ethnic issue. I'm going to stick 3-0 Syria win blue. Yeah, as I said, I'm between you and Manolo, 2-0, 3-0. That would be my head saying. Welcome, Anand. Always keep your head high. I think a draw for India 1-1 if they play to their potential. Manjab, if we play to our potential and Syria don't play to our potential, then 1-1 is likely at the moment. Syria is a better team than us. Good evening, Ishan. Welcome back. ISL clubs more focused on Northeast area. I feel it's a good step. Given rare, they have been focused on that. Even if you think, yeah, of course, now you see Rangit United tie up with BFC or whatever. There've been earlier tie-ups with. I think Chalmari had a tie-up with Pune City in the past, if I'm not wrong. Most of the players are coming from Manipur and Mizoram, right? So that's a reality. Do you think certain time speaking truth can create truth? Yeah. As a national coach, you have to be smart what you say in public and what you say to your team. A good coach always knows what to say in public and what to say internally. So therefore, so it's a difficult one, right, at the moment. So therefore, let's wait and see what happens, what can be done. But I think speaking the truth is right, but you have to be also diplomatic and need to know what to say when. So therefore, for me, let's wait to see where we go. Hi, Ochud. Welcome back, bhai. Want to be proved wrong? Our players might have the entire season at the back of their minds. Nobody would want to pick up an injury now. Might it be? Are they really thinking about the season or something, or are they don't they bother? That's going to be the question. I don't know. I really at the moment don't know. Your 11 for tomorrow. Difficult one at the back. Gurpreet Singh Sandhu. I would play Nikhil Pujari as right back. Beke and Sana stay. Shubhashish Bose in the middle. Apuya Suresh as the holding six. Sahal as my playmaker. Changte on the right. On the left, I'm undecided because it's a struggle really, but most probably I would go with Mahesh, and up front I would go with Manveer, because I don't think we should start with the false nine. The false nine concept comes in maybe after 60 minutes. Enough of Manveer has done nothing in the last 6 years to start for India. Try Kian. Anyways, we're losing both ways. Manolo, I don't think Kian starts. I don't think this is a time for debuts. If you're coming into a working team and then you give debut for players, then it is fine. This is, so therefore, let's wait and see what happens. But to me, I don't see Kian or Edmund to be playing. Sir, in favor of Manolo stating the obvious, Syria being a good team, having players playing abroad, etc. Ishan, I think some of the stuff that he's saying doesn't need to be said. I think saying that we're in preseason, this, that, and everything, yeah, it's nice. I mean, some of the teams have been playing tournaments now for over a month. So, the ISL only starts next week, but I don't know. Some of the stuff is just, it has a Steam-Match touch to it, which has been said earlier in the chat. Chroma versus Changte battle will be interesting to see. Yeah, Manolo, let's see if Chroma will be starting or not, or Changte will be starting or not. But that could be one of the battles. But again, Chroma more likely to be a centre back, Changte on the wings. That's also a thought process that one needs to think about. Do you think ISL Cup winners should be getting a slot instead of Super Cup winners? For Fiction Nerd, we've spoken about it multiple times. Very simply said, very simply said, the first slot around the world that a team gets in continental competition goes to the league champions. So in this case, it's the Shield winners. And the second thing is, the second slot normally goes to the Cup winners. In India, the Cup is the Super Cup. So therefore, the Cup winners will be playing in that. So therefore, yeah, therefore that. The ISL Cup winners is not a Cup winners, it's just the winners of the knockout of the league. So therefore, there is no slot for that. This is how we play in upcoming matches. I think we should go for a squad revamp. AY7 football, yeah, go for a squad revamp and your results will be even worse. I think that's something that some people need to wake up to. We are playing at the moment with the best possible side. There is no one who is missing and who needs to come in. These are all realities. We have to work on the ground level reality. Unless nothing going to change, we keep on losing, listening to motivation and fake promises and version hacking. Yeah, Murali, very right. Hi, Mihar. Do you think after some time Manolo will talk about OCIPL thing in his press conference when he will not get desired results from Indian players? I wouldn't be surprised. All the banter aside, I really want SLK, the Super League career, to be successful. All right, Abhijit, let's wait and see. Again, they have big ambitions, but I'm not sure at the moment if they will be able to fulfill them. But again, they've got a big challenge in front of them. So therefore, let's hope the Super League Kerala works in the long run. But this was just the start. It's not going to be that successful right from the start. I think it'll take some time to get it across. Right, over 30 people watching. Those who might be new, welcome to my channel arunfoot. My name is Arun Chaudhary, where I regularly do videos on mainly Indian football and then a little bit of international football here and there. If you haven't, please do leave a like or share and subscribe. Subscriptions at the moment stand at 1,617. Thanks a lot, guys, for the new subscribers and those of you, of course, who've been around for a longer time. And we've got 12 likes so far on this video. So let's try and grow this community. Thanks a lot. So are we doing an arunfoot Fantasy League for ISL? Mourinho, yes, that's the plan. I haven't had time over the weekend. Hopefully I'll be getting things together tonight or tomorrow, and then we can surely do something. So thanks again for the idea from your side. Tomorrow we should start with back five, white wing back attacking mid double, strike up front, look for counter attack. But problem is we do not have anyone in the team who can hold the ball up front. Shomo, a 5-3-2, not happening with Indian players. 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, 4-4-2 in the worst case, 4-1-1. That's it. If you want to play 3 at the back, 5 at the back, you will need a foreigner who's going to control the things. And that's something which we don't have in this team. Which player midfield do you think most ability? Puya, Suresh, or Jackson? Morali, at the moment, is a toss-up amongst the 3. Normally, I would say Puya is the best of the 3, but at the moment, it's a toss-up. Did you ever feel uncomfortable or landed trouble while speaking truth? Yeah, of course, multiple times. I mean, I said, again, as I told you, I told people that we are going to get banned by FIFA. No one believed it. From the government, from the COA, from the AIFF, certain people, general, didn't believe, but they, sometimes you have to speak the truth. And I'm fine if I'm the bad guy, fall guy, it doesn't matter. So whom do you think is the most underrated and most overhyped foreign signing for ISL this season? Difficult to say. at the moment, because I think we need to let the league season start. Interested to see how Jamie McLaren does, because that's one of the most, if not the most high-profile signing this summer. That's going to be interesting. And the most underrated will be one of the Punjab signings. It could be Vidal, it could be one of their strikers. So the worst thing he said was India has been a physically inferior team historically. Yes, we all know we are not good enough. But Manolo has been here for 3-4 years and I knew what he was in store for him. And that's, Ishan, that's something which is worrying, So, yeah. Jitan MS, I think he can solve left-wing problems at least a little bit. Blue, to me, Jitan MS is the typical example of an Indian winger who might be good for Indian conditions. Can he play internationally? Is he strong enough? Simple question. And Marj Naudem, to me, is the perfect example of if you don't have the right physicality, you're not going to make it. If we don't try new players in friendlies, so when will we test them in qualifiers? Too much of the same mistake. Manolo, yes, but the problem was that the first game was the first ever game of Manolo. That's the game where you try out things. I think your stronger team normally should be playing Syria. So therefore, I don't know if tomorrow is the day to test out things. Till when Manolo should get chance if he loses both matches in March? Should he be sacked? But AIFF don't include in termination of the contract. Manolo, let him play the 6-7 friendlies that are there now in September, October, November. March onwards going to be interesting. Let's look at the group also. But I don't see any March sacking. Earliest, I guess, would be in June, if anything. But I don't see any sacking coming anytime soon. Bengal football has money, right? Then why no Bengal franchise league? Do you see it happen in future as they like to jump in bandwagon? Avijit, again, we spoke about it yesterday a little bit. Bengal and franchise league hasn't worked. One has to be honest about that. The challenge will be now to see how to grow Bengal football. What's the way? And I don't know if the franchise league model is the way for Bengal football to really jump forward. Do you think certain times sports psychologists' role became unrealistic because it motivates player and sets unrealistic target? Do you think motivation certain times can go through blind faith? Don't think so, Morali. The job is not to blindly motivate players. A psychologist is more there to speak to them. So therefore, not that way. If everything is going like this, we aren't going to play Asian Cup. Blue, that's a big, big worry. Vishal Kate signs extension to 2029 with Mohan Supergiant. Yeah, I mean, he's done very, very well for them. He himself is stabilized, So for me, wise extension by Mohan Supergiant. I was talking with her niece today earlier. She was with Kickstart FC. Now her whole family shifted to Japan. She's playing there, and biggest difference she told me now football in Japan is discipline. Yeah, rare. I was just at a football game where the opponent of our side had, I think, 3 Japanese players, and one of the Japanese players actually made a mistake, right, and which resulted in a goal. And he was so distraught. The guy again, was his coach had to, when he got substituted, his coach really had to put his arm around him and try and motivate him, because the guy, his face, you could see it was on the verge of crying, in the sense of saying, hey guys, I let my team down. That is the passion. Even in 6th division Germany, a Japanese player who doesn't even speak the language, that's the reality. Why do some states have a single city football league like Bangalore and Karnataka? Have there been any changes to push for more clubs from other districts? Kafkaesque, Eldridge, it's a reality in a lot of states. The Calcutta Football League is sort of say Bengal football. The Mumbai District Football League sort of say runs Maharashtra football. You have it in a number of states. It's a reality. But in parallel, in Maharashtra at least you have Pune has a strong local league, Kolhapur as well. Nagpur, I know, has a league, local league as well. I don't know what the quality is, but yeah, this is a reality. Malaysia beat Lebanon to lift Merdeka Cup. Yeah, Manolo, Malaysia did well in glimpses in the Asian Cup, and now getting to the next level. So let's see. Can we use Manvi as a striker? Why not go with Edmund? What's your opinion? Amol, yes, for me at the moment in this composition, Manvi starts as a striker. Otherwise, you have a false nine, and to me, Edmund is not a striker. So Pogba is the most overrated if we go through history. I guess, Blue, if we look at history, there will be other names cropping up. But yeah, Pogba to me was certainly overrated, but again, some or the other didn't click. The guy is a very good player. I mean, many, many years league. I think India should search for striker I-League because in ASEAN there are no pure Indian strikers. Newton Chacha, I-League strikers are not good enough. So then the question is, we've got a few strikers who play as wingers in the ISL. They'll have to be, the I-League to me doesn't produce players of the quality to be saying that they can play international football for us. I think that's the difficulty that we are in now, and I don't know if we're gonna get the right solution to that problem. So yeah, it will be interesting to see. Do you ever felt an understanding of football from German fan and differences? Molly, 100%, because the German fans watch a high level of football at the top. They also watch lower level football, so there's a better understanding. Your starting 11 for tomorrow's match, Ayush, I've mentioned it a little earlier. I'll just quickly go through the names. If you want to know why I said those names, you can watch the video a little bit from the start. Gurpreet in goal. Defense would be Nikhil Pujari, Rahul Beke, Sana Singh, Shubhashish Bose. Holding 6 is Apuya Ralte, Suresh Singh, Lalinzola Changte, Sahal Abdul Samad, and Maish Naurem attacking midfield, and Manveer Singh as my striker. So you've been following the Nations League. Germany were brilliant in the latest match. Musiala was outstanding. Nagelsmann Paul is very pleasing to see. Yes, I think the change is that Germany's gone through a phase after winning 2014 and 2016. They were still good, that they had sort of a generation of players who didn't seem up to the mark. We're speaking about, of course, of Musiala and Wirtz, but we'll have to also speak about potentially Pavlovic, who came on and scored, Angelo Stiller from VfB Stuttgart, who most probably is the new Toni Kroos. So yeah, Germany has some very, very talented players, and Kai Havertz, I think, is one of the most underrated players in world football. I think we must use Edmund and other players ASAP so we can at least get a reality of our backup. I think Edmund played in June, so therefore I don't need to get a reality, right? Why we have so many players like Mahesh Kian, the physicality is like 16 and 17-year-olds? Because I don't know. I don't know why, but Kian is a little different than the others. Again, as I say, I've played five-a-side against him, so don't underestimate his physique. But a lot of our players are wingers. Mahesh, the whole lot of the Sanans and all, Isaac, all of them are small and skinny and thin. They need to man up. Can Manolo adopt Constantine's playbook? Abhijit, I don't think so. For me, Manisha Kalyan, best Indian footballer right now. No men player came close. Yeah, that's your take. But again, she's playing at a level, of course, that none of our men's are playing. But again, women's football, to get to that level is easier than the men's. Japan is like that, right? Futuristic in some way and old-fashioned in some other way. Yeah, I guess so. Sorry. Mr. Edward, district leagues is the biggest scam in football. Players get nothing apart from playing for multiple teams and getting banned. Rare, I think, I have to be honest, the players and their money that they're getting or people are earning through them is one of the problems across the whole board. Kera Brassi approached Mario Balotelli, Marcus said in this transfer window. Manolo, you will have a lot of these stories. Even I in 2014 approached some of the biggest names in world football. Yeah, nice. And they say, no, what? You said I-League players quality not enough competing international football. Is ISL enough quality enough to play international football? See, I would answer the question differently. Morally, to me, the ISL quality is better than the I-League. Right? Is the ISL good enough? Again, see the results of the last few weeks and months. Then you know that the ISL also the quality is not up to the mark to Asian levels. So these are all brutal realities. So therefore, let's hope it gets better. That's the challenge, right? So let's see where we go. Where we go with our talent and players. So yeah, let's wait and see. Some guys are saying Nanda played well last game and he should be the striker. I don't know if he ever played a striker. I don't have any problem with really how he played well according to some YouTubers. That explains to you, Blue, the understanding of football of certain people. If anyone is saying anyone really played well in that game, then you know how much football these people understand. Sorry to say that. What about our age group quality? Because Viana spent so many years with U17. Can we give him chance to coach United because he knows previous batches of U17? Amal, there is no U19 at the moment, and Viviano is attached to Bangalore FC. I don't see him coming back to the AIFF. Manisha is one of the best we know, but now she's not playing international football clubs, doesn't realize Ely and lost to Gibbs during last assignment. Kieron Rare, India played outside of the window. That was the problem. It's not that the clubs didn't release her. Musiala or Yamal, who according to you the best youngster? Difficult question. Again, I'm biased because I've been seeing Jamal Musiala now for 3 years actually. Sorry. Saw him last night. That was really good. But I saw Lamine Yamal also live at the Euros. At the moment, I would say Musiala. Maybe in a year, I would say Lamine Yamal if he continues to do what he's been doing. So yeah, but those two are amongst the best. Do you think winger need physicality? Because when we compete in AFC, the physicality exposed, even we have pace. Yeah, you have to have some sort of physicality to be able to, not fight your way, but work your way past your opponents. So has the PR business started in football too, like cricket? I don't think the hype for certain players is organic. Yeah. Ishan, it's been going on for a while. Hi, Vikram. Welcome back. If our Indian players group is divided in dressing room, then we should throw out all players out and should give chance to Appala. Should give chance to others no matter what's player quality because as a fan we had enough. Vikram sounds easy, but not happening. And again, this groupism in the dressing room has happened, also will happen if we change the dressing room. Piari Shasha also deserves a club contract outside India. I feel I don't follow Indian women's football so closely. Don't think I don't think she wants to go. Well, she might want to go, but I don't think she's international material at the moment. My opinion, we are badly missing Ashik Kurunian. He's one player who has always performed in big games. Or not Ishan, right? Because against UAE, great opportunities at the start, but he couldn't score of those chances, right? So therefore, these are also realities, right? When we're speaking about players and hey, how good, how great, and how lovely they are, to me, Ashik, especially 5 years ago in the FC Asian Cup, could have been the hero for India, but he wasn't, right? So difficult. Do you ever felt certain people holding the wrong position and lack of understanding of football? Yeah, Murali. Often. Which women player in India do you rate high apart from Misha Kalyan? Amongst the older ones, I would rate Aditi Chauhan, Talima Chiba, of course, Captain Ashalata as well. So, yeah. Please tell us natural coaching play style of Manolo Marquez. Amal, if you see his style of play, he plays a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. That's, I guess, his preferred style. Yeah. And yeah, but it's difficult. It depends on the team available to you. And at international level, I guess, yeah, gonna be gonna be something different than at the domestic, at club level where you can bring in foreigners. Ayush Chikara will get any chance in forward in 2024-25 season at Mumbai City FC. Drama music. Let's wait and see. As a sub, certainly, I don't see him as a starter at the moment. Messi says, I would Mango to find 60 players from ISL and I-League, 33 players as the main squad contingent, 3 players in each position. The rest 33 players are probably would be nurtured, pulled in next 3 years. Sounds so easy, no? Messi, the GOAT. To me, doesn't work because there are going to be players who might be in one position. Let's say Raul Beke can play as a centre back or a right back. Shubhashish can play as a left back or as a centre back. Thapa could be a holding 6 or an attacking 10, an 8. So therefore, these ideas sound very nice in theory. In practical terms, don't work. Do you think Ashik good in pressing and attacking but movement but finishing missing? Attacking movement, yes. Pressing not always good, but yeah, finishing is missing. Yeah. What is the main problem of our women team? Blue, exposure, number of matches at local domestic level. Couple. Many players from their youth days in clubs in country were wonder kid, but some of them doesn't even reach senior. What is the reason? Manjab, that happens around the world. Some peak early, some have an injury, someone maybe the coach doesn't like. There are tons of different reasons why a player gets to a certain level or doesn't. Few months back, no single I-League club was agreed with Mr. Chaubey. Suddenly, everyone is happy what Mr. Ranjit Bajaj has done. Does he own the won the elder one from Albus Dumbledore? Don't know. Do you ever felt a futures and then no one is taking care of? Really, I feel that every day. People talk about it, but sometimes I feel I'll have to do it on my own. I've done it, in certain cases. So yeah. Do you think solving issues in football is difficult because even the issue reaches the court takes years to solve? The courts have nothing to do with this. That's the main thing that people need to understand. We need a sports jurisdiction which is independent of all other courts and court matters. So that's the challenge. But we don't have that at the moment, right? So therefore, we have to work towards it. But it's a huge challenge, and we're not getting there. We're not getting there at the moment, and therefore, yeah. As I say, we need to work very, very hard, very, very hard to get to that level. No? That's the challenge we have day in day out, that we reach the top of football, and we're nowhere near. We're nowhere near at the moment. That's the worrying sign, I think. Hi, Matthew Rahman, welcome back. Better we not use terms like wonder kid and all, because we're still not able to use a striker for years. So just keep things simple instead of hyping. Yeah, very well said. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you on this point. That we need to work. We need to work hard. And wonder kid, this, that. Again, the media created wonder kids also around the under-17 World Cup. So that's a reality, no? So therefore, we need to be smart. In international football, relationship between coach and player is not good. Is it rare or common? Example, Slatan people is not good. Happens. Is it rare? Often? I wouldn't say often, but it happens. I do understand that, but it could help us to increase the pool, 6 players in each position. For example, right now we don't have too many people as right wing, centre backs. I don't see 6 players who have skills. Messi the good, but it doesn't work that way, right? You list today 6 players. In a month's time, you would say, 2 out of those 6 you have to cut. You have to then say, this it doesn't work. You have to work within the framework that you have. Again, this is very theoretical, what you've done. In practical terms, according to me at least, it doesn't work. So that's what I have to say about this. And then that's it doesn't start, doesn't. Sorry. Just to finish this, it is a problem, right? And we have to live with it. Um Sorry. Tomorrow's prediction, Kishore, as I've said, my heart would like India to win 1-0 to 1, doesn't matter. My head is saying 0-2 or 0-3, a prediction that has been made by Manolo and by Blue. Do you believe signing high profile coaches brings success or individual quality matters? A high quality coach is only as good as his talent on the field, anywhere in the world. So therefore, that's a very complex, complicated field. And the question is, how do we give a high profile manager, a high profile coach, the players, which he can then mold and turn into a successful unit? That's the challenge. Indian sports and education is the best sector where you can earn big without doing anything, both running on history without innovations. Okay. Yeah, it can be, right? But it's a very, be it education, be it sports, both are very, very complex matters. Appala. Do you think tomorrow is going to be easy game or we will reach 220 minutes? Murali, tomorrow there is no extra time. It's a tournament, but it's a 3-way tournament, so therefore it will be a 90-minute match. And no, it will be a very tough game for us tomorrow. Do you think Southgate team had problems with England despite quality? Yeah, of course. I mean, that was visible that Southgate had problems, right? I mean, he had such a talented squad and he was playing defensive football. Was not good. So, I mean, the problem with Gareth Southgate to me is that he is the kind of manager who, in my opinion at least, has not done enough of the right things to try and get the best out of his team. And he thought about something, so that's the reality of where we stand, right? So therefore, I don't know. So yeah, very, 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 very difficult to say about that anymore. Kerala Blasters versus MFC 2-0 preseason. Thoughts on this? It's preseason, Aman. So you tried something as Blasters, and let's see. Maybe Syria can try bench players too tomorrow. Given rare, if I understood it right, they bench some of the players for the first game, and tomorrow the stronger side would play. One thing is, so India for about 10 years ago, but still it continues either positive or negative. Interesting. Lack of reality. We'll be doing the match long tomorrow. Ishan, I'm not sure. I think Hiren is going to do one. I will surely do a post-match show tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll be in. So yeah. So if I'm there, I might join Hiren, but I'm not 100% sure if I'll be able to join his live watch along. I'll be doing 9:45 or maybe 10 o'clock tomorrow live, and and then we can talk about the game. But I'm not sure if I can do if I'll be joining him or not. So therefore, yeah. Where is this? Syria also has one player from what's his name? Abdul Latif, if I'm not wrong. You think always the best team will not be reaching the final certain time luck needed? Yeah, of course. Where do you think Pep gonna go after City? Any national team or continue in clubs? No. No idea. Let him finish the City contract, and then we'll see if he continues. Or again, Klopp yesterday said in Dortmund that he's most likely not to come back as a coach at the moment. That's his thought. He might say something different in 6 months. AIFF should take 25% of the contract fee of the players, more than 3/4 if the player does not find game time. This will help AIFF reduce the value of unused players. Messi the GOAT, nice idea, but will not be implementable in football. Hansi's Bayern versus Pep was better. Much on youth players. Should teams find balance between young and experienced players? Are they overdoing it? Babalu's animation, to me, I think what Blasters are trying to do is balance the books, and the owners have put in. Sorry, I just removed. I think the Kerala Blasters, the challenge is of trying to balance their books on one side, and on the other side, the offers sometimes they're getting for their best players. Let's see how they do it in the long term, because I think the expectation levels are unrealistic looking at what they have. I said improve the infra of India football due to politics and arrogance of I-League clubs to save so-called legacy. We are getting backwards again. Interesting viewpoint. Yeah, could be doing. I'm not seeing AIFF taking any action for the problem that we have, other than making false promises. Yeah, that's true, but some of the problems are not the problems of the AIFF. Do you think pace required for striker physicality? Because when we look at the hand, he's more powerful rather technique, but you look at Kylian, he's technical. Murali, different strikers, different strengths, weaknesses. There is no one thing. So why do you think Jose Mourinho didn't get the chance to coach Portugal national team? Maybe he wasn't free at the time when they wanted a new coach. I don't know, but wouldn't know. Babalos, KBFC fans are quite toxic. Remember what happened, Jorge? Their fans act more than their management. Yeah, that's yeah. In any scenario, rules if had AFC and FIFA done a mistake? Not that I would remember. So last time your answer was interrupted by technical search again. Hansi's Bayern versus Pep's Bayern. Blue to me, it has to be Hansi's Bayern because Hansi's Bayern at the end of the day were more successful. Pep overcoached Bayern in the semi-finals against Atletico, Real Madrid, and Barca. Your take on the I-League task force? Nice to have, but what? Sorry, seems to be something happening again and again. Achut, this task force is a nice thing to have, but what is the outcome? Right? To me, there is no outcome. Positive change. And again, the clubs, yes, are spending a lot. Clubs are doing this, clubs are doing that. But are you doing the right things, which is taking your club forward and taking your club in the right direction? I think that's the challenge that one needs to discuss and talk about, right? We're not getting there, sadly. Do you think in upcoming years USA can reach knockout stages? Morally, they have done that. They've won the Women's World Cup multiple times. How much would you rate Arteta as a coach? Who is the underdog coach at Europe at the moment? Arteta's development is good. Yeah, his only problem is that there's this gentleman called Pep Guardiola who's better than anybody else and who's been winning. Underrated coaches. Interested to see how Hertzler does at Brighton. I think that's one of the one. The was it the coach at Benfica or Sporting? Benfica fired the German coach. I think it's Sporting, the young guy. That might be also one to look out for. What do you think would happen to ISL once the contract between AIFF and FSDL expires? In the long run, if it's a long-term thing and that happens maybe in 15, 20 years, then there'll be some sort of transition. If the contract is not renewed next year, there is the danger that this might be the last season of the ISL. Vision 2047 seems like Vision 1947, apart from giving PDF with full of match reports, nothing else about this project copied social media thing of BSC, which is known as Blueprint. Okay. Yeah, Kieran Ray, it's a PR agency, of course, who put this whole thing together, right? Don't forget that. So therefore, that will be the level or standard, whatever you want to talk about, right? That's part of the problem of the whole system at the moment, right? That we are talking about things, but not really getting to the stage where we're trying to evolve and develop, right? That's a huge challenge, and we're not getting there, right? So therefore, yeah, let's hope we get better, but not an easy one as always. So therefore, let's keep on working on that one. Do you think defense midfield are often used in big match versus strong opposition? Do you think they are very less used, don't get limelight? Defensive midfielder's role is important in modern day football, and I think if we look at the example of Rodri or Golo Kante, some of them are getting, not all, but again, we talk too much about strikers or attacking players because they score goals. That's very simple. Do you think sacking coach, will he lose his reputation? Doesn't matter? Does not matter. Pritham Kotal to Mohun Bagan is real. FIFA World, to me, as far as I know, Pritham still is a Kerala Blasters player. The transfer window is closed, so therefore, Pritham Kotal this season, at least till the winter, will be playing for the Blasters. Where do you think US has done right to qualify World Cup compared to China? Murali, I wouldn't know enough to be able to tell you that, to make that comparison. 2047, I'm telling my son India, sleeping giant, will qualify for World Cup within the next 10 years. Let's see. As long as it is, yeah, could be the case. Could sadly be the case. Let's see. Hi, Shokas. Jamal and Riga not nominated for Ballon d'Or. Do you think Ballon d'Or is just a PR game now with who's more famous? Yeah, looks could be term that way, yeah. In a sad way, it could be a reality of how things are. Makes it very complex, very complicated. So yeah, the Ballon d'Or is, at least from my standpoint, Jamal Musiala has to be part of it. Rodrigo, I don't watch enough Real Madrid to be able to really say that. What about Hyderabad FC? Hijack Gaming, Hyderabad FC. Is trying to put a team together. Next week is going to be important that their ban is removed so that they can start signing players. Yeah, and that's something which is the good thing is that they're going to play the IS. I think that's the big news. We learn one thing from Bangladesh football, which is sacking any coach in league at any stage of league. Doesn't matter, not the most important thing. How can market value is calculated of players? There are certain parameters football world which are put together. Let's say transfer market has their own parameters by which they, and then and then they have certain valuations of players, and then they create those values and then put them out in public. Just so India training session cannot see any passion and intensity. Players are divided in their own groups like senior players, Northeast boys groups, etc. Manolo, pictures don't tell often the story. I don't know how these groups are put together and when and how these pictures are taken. So yeah, therefore don't rate them too highly. When Hyderabad SC start training, I think those who are left have already started training. Those who are still left at Hyderabad FC have started training. But the others depends again as if and when the transfer window opens. Do you think fans need to ask, is there is grassroots strong and youth football and player development instead of that they're asking when you play FIFA? Do you think, fans don't care about grassroots and youth football? Not everyone, but most of the fans will not care. Let's be blunt about that. So that's a sad reality, but reality, right? So therefore, asking them or they are asking would be nice, but it doesn't happen. Hyderabad, Swan Fernando coming to Hyderabad. See, Hijack Gaming. I had heard some rumors, but nothing is, Yeah. Italy destroyed France. Yeah, showcast. I think France are still not back to the best. So yeah, let's see. So Igor is again playing Peterson card, saying he took less money because of his love for India. Again, we love it. Is it the real Ranjan Chaudhary asked a question earlier in the show today? Just curious. Uchut, I wouldn't know. I don't know if that is Ranjan Chaudhary or someone is impersonating him on YouTube. Indian football seems like Pakistan such things controlled by and the government making big promises of having any power. Don't mind just a joke because it's sad about football. And see, here on Rare, you overestimate the power of FSDL. That would be my answer to you. Do you think from Antwerp not to play for India because of injury? I found the player Seriton. I found the player quality of thoughts. Yeah, he was unlucky at the time when he didn't get to play. But the question then is, now his club coach is also national team coach, so he could theoretically pick him. Yeah, so let's wait and see what it does. PFC fans are toxic, who's saying Ajay, there is a level of toxicity within every fan base. Yes, I agree. This is, I can take it. This is, I think, better. Certain fan bases seem to be fan bases seem to be more toxic. Right. I hope you can see me now. Sorry, there seems to be some internet problem over here. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Just if you could give me a feedback, guys. Right. So it's talking about toxic behavior of fans. It is there, more or less. We're all fan groups now, sadly, and some more, some less. Vishal to 2029 also opinion. Doing, he's done very well at Montbagan over the last few years. So, good decision by the club. Works for them, right? Works for both sides. Sir, I-League 3 matches have more filled stadium than ISL matches, and most of the stadium are completely filled. Do you think these clubs which actually connect to people should come to ISL? No, because they don't. Again, far-flung places. You have to work your way up. And the question is if you would then be getting those fans again. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But there needs to be some criteria. And in an Indian context, we need strong financial backing, otherwise it will not work. Hero being back as a title sponsor rumor, do you have any news? At least as I look for transport. So I've heard it as well, but as far as I know, Hero is not coming back. So let's see. Ash Chikara was present for Mumbai City in Media Day of ISL. You think he's going to be a part of the main project of Mumbai City now? He was a part of Mumbai City's main project last year before he got injured. So from that perspective, Ayush has been a key player for Mumbai City in the ISL. Could be more. That he'll have to prove himself, I guess. And he is a player with quite a bit of a potential. But again, the question is if Ayush can perform on a regular basis at a higher level in the ISL. So when he ever gets a chance, I mean, he was not going to start. He's going to be most probably a substitute striker. So therefore, let's see what Ayush is able to do. Pavlovic performance, in your opinion? He's very young and also very promising bright future for Germany. Showcast, Pavlovic he has been an exceptional player since he came on last season for Bayern Munich when Thomas Tuchel put him in. This calmness, this coolness. I like the player, I have to be honest. But he's not the only one. Again, we've spoken about Jamal Musiala, we've spoken about Florian Wirtz. Angelo Stiller is another one, the Stuttgart midfielder who many perceive to be the next Toni Kroos. So Germany has a very good generation, and even younger players. Paul Wanner, the 18-year-old who's a Bayern Munich player known at Heidenheim. So Germany have quite a few options. So do you think so? ISL is paying too much bucks of money to the Indian players. That's why they're not having 10% interest or playing for their country. Opinion. Druin, it's a question that I think a lot of people have. To me, it's a difficult one to say. But if I look at performances, yeah, and the passion factor seems to be missing with the players, right? So yeah, let's see. I don't know. It might be, it might be a factor, but I'm not 100% certain. How pathetic will we perform against Syria? Saket, I don't want to start with your premise. My wish would be that we do a little better. That we're not as bad as some people are saying. It will be. Again, it's, but yeah, it could be a difficult match for us tomorrow. Do you think racism is a problem in international football because winners react angry? I don't know anything. Yeah, it can be a problem. It can be even if you want a problem in Indian football. So if you want to talk about it, yes. You're a Bayern fan. How do you like Kompany as a coach? Is he anywhere at the level of Tuchel or Nagelsmann, even Flick or Pep? Is he doing justice to position? By the way, I haven't watched. Showcast, Bayern is in a mini rebuilding phase. Pep and Flick are of a different level. Even Tuchel is of a different level. Tuchel has failed. Let's be honest about it. Nagelsmann was sent away too early, I feel. Should have stayed. But Kompany has played a long time under Pep. So for me, you see what he tried at Burnley. There's a bit of Pep in him, I guess. So therefore, that makes him a very interesting and very promising coach. So let's wait and see. But my hope would be that he can do something good at Bayern. 10 years of ISL, nothing is going good for national team. Yeah, Vasu, again, if people think that if without doing the right things, you will have a revolution, India will suddenly play in a World Cup, it's not going to happen. A lot of things, a lot of work, but it's not just the fault of the ISL. It's the fault of the whole system, of all stakeholders. Like and subscribe, guys. Thank you, Blue, for saying this. And as always, thank you very much for all the support that I get over here. 1 hour and 9 minutes, wait, not 109 minutes, 1 hour and 9 minutes of the show already today. And just to check, we have 1,617 followers. Thank you very much for the new ones. And thank you, of course, to those who've been there for a longer time. 17 likes of the video. So therefore, as always, thank you for your support and keep on supporting. Hansi Flick is just, this year will be Barca's year. Let's see. So far, it looks good. He's had quite an impact in Spain so far with Barca. So therefore, let's wait and see if he can keep it through the season, if injuries become a problem or not. So therefore, I wish him the best. Great manager, but again, also failed with Germany, right? There are so many great name free agents like Ramos, Alexis Sanchez, Matip. Marlos, Pjanic, and many will right now. Do you think Mumbai City FC and Bengaluru FC or Mohun Basu should get some audience? None of them can, because all of them have their foreign quota full. So therefore, and again, um, these guys are would be charging something which would be out of this world. So I'm a Madrid fan, but watching Darren Bellingham get more recognition than Jamal, it's just insane. We all know Jamal is just an amazing player, and for me, much better. Bellingham gets it because he's English. Sorry to say that. Where is now Javi after getting out of bars? Xavi is nowhere at the moment. I don't know if he has a job. At least as far I know, he doesn't have a job. Like Duns, thank you, Shamal, and all to the others. Jude is also a top player. Jamal is just more aesthetic. Suma, I would say again, I'm there are too many antics with Bellingham, so I never was a fan even in his Dortmund days. So almost Spain's half team is playing at Barca. Barca therefore cannot call mini España. Ruin, if you look at it, but most of the players are playing for, or were before the summer playing at Real Sociedad and Bilbao. Vinicius' attitude should also change, not just towards the fans, but also towards the opponent players. It's one of the reasons he gets targeted. That's a fact. And that is then the racism card is played, but you're actually attacking a player. Sir, Marshall is a free agent. Do you think any top 10 league team will pick him or will go to Saudi or his time is over? He's got too many injuries in the last few years. So therefore, I think he's struggling to find a new club. That would be my reading and understanding of the situation for Martial, but it's not going to be easy for him to find a new team. It seems to be at the moment. Do you think today often watch reels and try to do a real match? Are they misguided? Yeah, more like that can be a problem. You've touched on something which I feel is a problem in world football, right? And kids watch things online and then try to copy that, and it doesn't work. Yeah. So therefore, for me, it's something which exists. So yeah, it's not making things easier. So therefore, yeah, these are realities. Yeah. 3 assists, 1 goal in last match, always proving by performance. Then Jamal, for me, is the best player in the world, above Mbappe and Holland. That's it. Okay. Jamal. Actually, we're talking about Jamal Musiala. Yeah. Jamal has to be more consistent. Any plans of joining any club or sports organization to help grow football in India? Kafkaesque, Eldritch, nothing planned per se at the moment, but things might change tomorrow. So I'm open to things for new projects. Yeah, why not? Mumbai has oil money. Both Goenka and generals are capable of paying the wages. AIFF would be cakewalk for these top players with their open experience, marquee players in beginning of us, just same. Yeah, yes and no, because it was part of the promotion of the league, and it worked to some extent, I would say. But at the moment, I think there is no desire, no will to sign marquee players. Osimhen to Turkey, is it going to be too easy for him, or would he lack consistency? He has to prove. Osimhen has to prove that even at Galatasaray, he can score goals on a regular basis. So, Napoli is the place where he really started showing that he is class. You'll have to prove it. He bombed in other places, right? Do you think English Brazilian players get too much recognition? German, Italian, Dutch players are at least somewhat underrated? Blue, I totally agree with you on that, yes. I'm a Barca fan who's not watched European football for 2 years. Yamal really that good? Yamal is extra class. Yeah, at his age, exceptional. Henderson moving to Ajax, how do you see it? Do you think certain player goes Saudi very early? Armani plays a part. He went for money. For him, it didn't work out. I mean, he was playing in Saudi. I think he was playing in Daman, if I'm right, and was living in Bahrain, but it didn't work out, and he left. That happens. So have you heard of Arjan Raiki, Leicester player, very decent midfielder? He made debut. Yes, I have heard about him. So many Australian players in India, even their top scorers, still in ISL doesn't have proper streaming in Australia. It does, Suma. Globally, it does. That's OneFootball, the app. Download the OneFootball app, and you'll be able to watch the ISL from Friday onwards. Honestly, Saad has actually saved a lot of players, or else many wouldn't have no job. Most of the players, somewhere or the other, would have gotten something. I think that is, that's not something that is sort of the reality of things. Most players would have found a club here or there. I certainly think, or certainly believe that they would have found something. So therefore, yeah, that's something that is there. So therefore, always, you know. How do you see Ian Robin? I think you're talking about Ian Robin, great player during his time. So yeah, was a good player. Thai league is much better than ISL. I wouldn't say much better, but it's better than the ISL. That if you look at the Thai league, right? Prediction on Mombasa Supergiant voyage in the AFC Championships this season. How far can they get? I think they will. They will get eliminated in the group stage. Do you think what Germany did to Özil was bad? I'm on the German side. You're living in Germany. What do you think about this? Özil has spoiled his own name, so I don't think that Germany did anything to him. He has to, or he should be answering certain questions, which he never did or never will, because he doesn't really give interviews. Right, 1 hour and nearly 17 minutes. One last time, please like, share, and subscribe. 1,618 followers. Thank you very much to those of you who are new, and of course to do who've been here for a while. As always, thank you for your support. And I'll just take Shoka's question as the last one for the day. So Sabi, the new transfer of Man City, how do you rate him? Is he better than Doku? I watched him. He's very smooth with the ball and also very smart on the pitch. Shokas looks a good addition. Different player than Doku. So let's wait and see. Too early to say something. I-League relegation predictions, Suma will do it later to the season. At the moment, can't speak about it because I don't have enough infos. And do also good night from my side and hope we can do something positive tomorrow. Yes, I totally agree. We have India versus Syria tomorrow. If I'm right, Hiren is going to do a live. I will try and most probably join it, and I will be back 9:45 or 10 o'clock tomorrow night to talk about that game, and then we can discuss how things went or how things did not go. And that's that. All right. So thank you once again for joining in, and yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night with a new live. Good night, everyone. As always, like, share, and subscribe. arunfoot here on YouTube and my other social medias. Watch arunfoot.com as well, and I'll be back tomorrow night. Good night, everyone. And I'll be making a video previewing India-Syria, short one. Next part in my series of ISL teams after Mohun Bagan and Mumbai City. Next one is going to be about FC Goa, so do watch out for that. If you haven't watched the Mohun Bagan episode, watch the Mumbai City episode. I'll be back tomorrow. Good night, everyone.